KFC feast is waiting. That's a crazy way to notify me 8 o'clock. Hey yo, what's cracking, cool kids? It's your boy Articulate back again on this Articulate Rips channel, Cards with Class. And we are here once again with the Articulate After Hour program. I mean, the second Friday in a row, I feel like we're getting into a bit of a groove here. We're getting into a bit of a groove. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Today was a bit emotional. I didn't expect it to be emotional. I've been on a grind for like the last like almost a week straight, and I haven't had a lot of time to throw into preparing for my show. And I mean, it's gonna get polished. It's gonna get polished. It's not just gonna be me jumping on here and being like, "Oh, what's going on, everybody?" It's gonna get polished. It's gonna be much better. But you don't start things perfect. You just get things started. So we're still here. We're still rocking with y'all, and I hope that you appreciate the content as it pertains to the sports card market and my own personal life. Speaking of which, let's get started. Let's roll right into it with the week updates. We're gonna start with my own personal update. My personal update is that I have a friend of mine. Um, I have as a couple of friends of mine, as a family actually, that they moved out today, and that was the unexpected bit that made me a little bit melancholy. It kind of brought the mood down of the day a little bit. Um, Today was going to be a day of rest. I haven't had a day of rest, like full rest, in a while. So I was gonna, rest up, and you know, they came to let me know, hey, listen, like this is our last day, and I know that they were moving out, but I lost track of time. Like, have you ever had those days? Like I remember when after I left school and I wasn't writing a date on my papers anymore, that I used to like lose track of the days. Like I know it was like a Monday or a Wednesday or something like that, but I wouldn't know what date it was. Sometimes I'd be like, what month are we in? Like it's crazy. So I lost track of all time, and I totally forgot that they were moving out today until they reminded me today. And it's a married couple. They have four kids, four beautiful kids, and you know, over the past couple of years, I've gotten to know them really well. The husband became a really good friend of mine, and so did the wife. And it was it was just, I don't know, man. It was a lot. It was a lot. Um, I'm not gonna be able to hear them running around the halls anymore. Like it's gonna be a different thing. Um, but you know, I don't know. That this is the melancholy part. This is the melancholy part. Um, but yeah. Anyhow, this is that was the melancholy part. I had a conversation with another friend of mine who lives in the building, and she was like, I promised myself I wouldn't cry, and I did. I shed a tear, like I shed a single tear, and I was just like, yo, what is this salty discharge coming from my eyes? But yeah, you live somewhere long enough, you get to know people, and they become part of your daily routine. They become part of your life. They become part of your extended family, and they're moving to a place with a lot more space, so that the kids will be able to run around and such. And I'm really happy for them. And so that's part of my personal update. So yeah, so that's that part out of the way. Um, in terms of the sports card world, we've had a couple of releases this week. I want to get into some of those. A lot of baseball stuff. We had what was it, Tier One, Topps Tier One, and we also had the Series Two Megas that came out. I haven't seen anything great pulled from those personally. I know there's a gentleman that I saw, he pulled an All Aces Roki Sasaki from a blaster box. So hopefully we'll start seeing some Some real good hits come from the mega boxes as well. I want to say today the hobby boxes for Panini World Cup, Panini Prism World Cup dropped. So we're gonna start seeing a lot of hits out of those. I want to do it. Those are gonna be color blasts and things of that nature. So we're gonna see a lot of things come out of those. There is a chase case hit. It's not called Downtown. It's called National Landmarks. National Landmarks, because the World Cup is a national situation. It's they don't they I mean I don't think they can call it downtown, because what is actually what I don't know if downtown is a place where a lot of cities internationally claim that they have. I'm not sure how that works. So in terms of keeping it an international experience, they named it National Landmarks. It basically is a downtown if you've ever seen one. But yeah, I know that's a case hit. I'm pretty sure there will be serial numbered case hits out of the hobby format, and I can't wait to see what those look like. I can't wait to see someone pull one. Um, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. But outside of that, if I recall correctly, no real football or basketball releases. There's a lot. There's been a lot of. There's been UFC, Topps UFC Knockout, Panini Pitch Kings, which will I think drop tomorrow. Let's see. Topps Chrome Sapphire Club Competition Soccer. That's a thing as well. I know that Topps Finest. There was a Topps Finest UEFA version that dropped yesterday. I want to say yesterday. Let's see. Is there something that I'm leaving out here? There were a couple of pre-orders as well. A couple of pre-orders. One big pre-order is for the that started today, is for the Topps Inception basketball. Topps Inception basketball is a pre-order that happened today. So yeah, I know it's going to be a gargantuan amount of money. I don't want it to be. I want it to be somewhere in the affordable range. Like I want it to be like it's only what 7, 8 cards in a pack. It's just one pack of cards, so it's only 7, 8 cards in a pack. I want it to be affordable. Okay, I want it to be somewhere in the $400-500 range for the premium cards. For what, 3 autographs that'll come out of it, and maybe one guaranteed rookie patch auto. I want it to be around there. If it's $1,000, if it's $900, if it's $800, it's gonna be it's gonna be dead on arrival. It's gonna be dead. I'm getting to the point where Topps Chrome is like $1,200. Topps Cosmic Chrome is $900. Topps Chrome Cactus Jack is like $700. And in my mind, Cactus Jack, it with the monochrome and the like everything looks the same. That just uninspired aesthetic. It's not doing it for me. But I'm still paying $700 because I can still hit a Cooper flag. Blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. And there are no guaranteed autos in those boxes. Great. Um, I think the most affordable thing right now is what, Signature Class. Signature Class, you can get a high box Signature Class for under $500. And the jumbos are somewhere around like $800. They're paper cards, they're acetate cards. You have some chrome cards in there, and you're guaranteed 2 autos. Okay, like I get that aspect of it, but even at that point, it's like, sheesh, why are we paying all this money when we're not guaranteed something that's going to allow us to even have our ROI? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So I'm looking forward to, kind of looking forward to, I want to say I'm looking forward to, I'm looking forward, I'm half looking forward, I'm half dreading it. But we're going to see what these prices are looking like. Uh, we're gonna see what the pre-orders are gonna be like. We're gonna see what the resale is gonna be like, and then And then yeah, that'll be like the next cycle. We're gonna move into the next phase of the basketball and the football releases. I want to say I caught a glimpse of the football, the next football release, or a football release coming up for Topps Resurgence, which personally speaking was one of my favorite products from 2024. I love Topps Resurgence. It was great. It looked great. It had a very fun aesthetic to it, and you were promised a rookie patch auto in a box, regardless of whether it was a hobby box or a Breakers Delight box. You were promised a rookie patch auto. And if you were a fan of the channel, then you know that when I opened my box, I pulled a Jaden Daniels to 99. That was like my biggest pull at the time. So I mean, if they keep that format, then I guarantee you the product's gonna do well. Just you know, price anomaly. I know it's no longer an unlicensed product. Price it well. That's all I need to say about that. Just price it well. Let people have the opportunity to dig into it. It did have retail formats. It had blasters and it had mega boxes. Just price it well. Okay? Price it well. Speaking of which, I did have a quick aside that I wanted to point out. I am kind of getting a little fed up with the idea of jumbo hobby. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like jumbo hobby boxes. I see a lot of that, especially with baseball. I've seen a lot of jumbo hobby boxes with baseball, but now I'm seeing it uh, with basketball, with football. These jumbo hobby boxes that are now, if they're promising more autos. You get one auto in a regular hobby box for Chrome. You get two autos in a jumbo hobby box, and I think you get three in a Breakers Delight box. But I don't know if I like the concept of a jumbo hobby. I mean, you get a lot more base cards, and you have the potential to get more numbered cards. But if the ratio is just the same, I would appreciate maybe more hobby boxes, less jumbos, less of a way to like kind of have uh these high priced products, like split them up, you know, spread out the cost, and then make the regular hobby boxes like the thing that you have to kind of like dig into. I mean, in terms of a jumbo hobby, like it's like you're buying two hobby boxes, right? Okay, so just make them make them their own thing. If you're gonna make a jumbo hobby, then make it like its own separate uh odds list. You know, like make it so that Jumbo Hobby has its own chases. Just the same way that Breakers Delight have like geometric parallels that you're chasing after, and you're not getting like true reds, true greens, true blues, whatever the case is. Make it so that you have those types of chases. You're already mixing in all these extra parallels with hobby boxes. You have swirls and lava and cracked ice and whatever, all this other stuff. You have all this extra stuff that you're having, and everybody's looking for the true stuff, the true golds, the true reds, the true blacks, blah 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 blah. Make their own parallels. Make a jumbo hobby box parallel that you chase after in that, and don't inflate it so that it's twice the price of a hobby box. Make it so that the hobby boxes are their own thing. Jumbo hobbies are their own thing. Breakers Delight are their own thing. And just have it be that it's amount of cards and what you're chasing after is the personality of the product. Do that. I think that makes a ton of sense. Maybe a hobby box is like 400, 450. A jumbo hobby could be like, what, 650? Like 700? It doesn't have to be the fact that everything is shot up in the thousands of dollars. Because you spend $1,000 and you crack them in a box and you don't get anything back. I think that if I was to do something like that and I was a discerning customer, I don't think I would buy something like that again. I don't care how bad the itch is. I don't think I would do that again. Like I can't see that. I would have to have so much expendable income. It would be ridiculous. So, yeah. Anywho, but that's my 2 cents. That's the week update right there. Let me know if you guys are looking forward to anything that's going to be dropping this week or dropping today. Let me know if you're going to be pre-ordering. What was it? There's Topps Chrome Baseball that's coming out too. I believe Aaron Judge is going to be the poster child for that one. Let me know if you're pre-ordering Topps Chrome Baseball. Let me know if you're pre-ordering Topps Inception. Let me know what you're looking forward to in the coming future. Huh. Next on the docket. I don't know how many of you guys are currently following uh, the World Cup. I would assume it's a lot because the World Cup is now the talk of the town. You know, last week we covered my Knicks. My Knicks doing the dang thing and winning the chip and winning everything, doing it all. We covered all of that, right? But now we're moving on to the World Cup. And in the World Cup, United States United States has shown that they can hang with the big boys. I don't care what the pundits say. Everybody's talking about, oh, the United States ain't going to go that far. Listen. We have looked dominant aside from yesterday. And that's what I want to talk about. A lot of people are spinning yesterday's match between the United States and Turkey, or is it Turkey A? I know it's spelled different than like just plain old Turkey, but I think it's still pronounced Turkey. They're spinning that match that United States lost by a goal, a very late goal. It was in extra minutes. Um, to make it seem as though all of a sudden the United States is just like not ready for the big time, right? And the thing is that United States, our soccer team, we have been so good in the first two matches that we played because those two matches helped prepare us to be in a position where yesterday's match didn't mean anything. It didn't matter. We were already moving on. Turkey was already going home. That was their last match. That was it. There was nothing else to talk about. But for some reason, apparently we should have just, we should have just come over the top. We should have just mashed them. We should have just mashed Turkey. Like, why? Explain to me the reasoning behind trying to destroy an opponent when a game doesn't matter. Okay? We started like a good deal of individuals who, if our coach is worth his salt, we're not probably going to see a lot of those guys during a regular World Cup match. Our next match upcoming this week, or next week I should say, that's a knockout match. We need to win that match. So we're not going to take the opportunity to, advance in the tournament to all of a sudden start playing new people. What sense does that make? We have a chemistry going on. You've seen it work. Like, I think at the current moment, we are tied for the most goals that we've ever scored from the beginning of the World Cup tournament. I mean, why would we screw that up, right? I harken back to the last game of the regular season in the NBA. The Knicks played the Hornets. The Hornets had something to play for. The Knicks did not. The Hornets played their starters. The Knicks played nobody except for Mikal Bridges, who has an Iron Man streak. And they didn't want him to ruin that streak. So he played for like a minute or two, and then, that was that. We don't have anything to prove in the game, so why play it? Why play it? Same thing here. We have nothing to prove in the game, so why are we playing it? Why? Well, not why are we playing it. Why are we pulling our starters? Why are we pushing our starters to go into the game just so that we can, knock out a team that's already knocked out? I mean, they had everything to play for in terms of pride. Okay. And even with the guys that we played, we still were able to keep it relatively close. Like it took a goal in extra minutes in order to push it. So, like, what are we really talking about here? You know what I mean? So, from my perspective, here's to you, Turkey. I appreciate the guts, the gusto, the gumption that you put forth yesterday, and I really do hope. Oh, I really do hope that the next time you guys find yourselves in a World Cup, that you are able to move forward that much further, and hopefully you don't run into the meat grinder that is the United States. I do feel like we're going to be pretty decent for a while, and then the men's national team is going to be pretty decent. But here's to you guys. But I hope that you guys have been enjoying the World Cup. I boy, I've seen so many people like get so excited about the World Cup, especially like people who are rooting for their own particular teams. For me, the World Cup, I mean, I want the United States to win, but the World Cup is just like a wonderful experience in general. Just watching the matches, seeing the fan bases, the national fan bases, and everybody just gets so excited for their own teams. It's been just amazing. It's been amazing to watch. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. It's kind of like watching the Olympics for me. It's like watching the Olympics. I like watching the Olympics because when it comes down to it, I want the United States to win. I root for my home team. I root for the players that represent my country. But I also want to see great competition. I want to see these like rabid fan bases get invested. You know, it's not as diehard as national sports because if my team isn't involved, I will enjoy what's going on as long. Well, let me preface that. If my team isn't involved, and if a team that I don't like isn't involved, okay. If my team isn't involved and a team I don't like isn't involved, then I will be impartial. I will enjoy what's going on. Okay, I was living and dying with my Knicks during these past playoffs. I'll do the same thing for my Giants. You see how I'm dressed. I'll do the same thing for my Giants as well. So that's just how it's gonna have to be. But yeah, the World Cup is a different animal. And now that I'm so invested in collecting, I feel like that's a thing that I want to do now because yeah, Weston McKinney has become that dude for United States, man. Weston McKinney has become that dude for the United States. I whew, that boy good, man. That boy good. And if you follow Juventus, which I don't know how many of you do, but I do. You follow Juventus, then you know Weston McKinney is good. That boy good. He good and not good and terrible. That boy good. Oh boy. I am really, really excited to see how far the United States goes. I'm really excited to see it. I mean, can they win it all? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Boy, oh boy. We will see. But if you guys are following the World Cup, who are you rooting for? Are you rooting for the United States? Are you rooting for a different country to pull it? You know, I know that not everybody's rooting for their home country. You're rooting for like maybe your favorite players or things like that. I know a lot of people rooting for Argentina because of Messi, Portugal because of Ronaldo, France for Kylian Mbappe and things like that. But let me know. Let me know who you guys are rooting for. If if they're doing well, if your favorite players scoring goals, let me know that. That's another thing too. Messi becoming the scoringest player in World Cup history. I mean, it's rough. Anybody who says that Ronaldo is the best soccer player in the world, I mean, can you really say that now? Like, can you really say that now? I don't know if you can say that now. I don't know if you can say that now. It's just it's harsh. It's rough stuff. It's rough stuff. Messi is really pulling away. You know, the Ballon d'Ors, the World Cups, the I mean now the MLS championships, and now this. Mans came out and pulled off a hat trick. Had people talking about, oh, what's Ronaldo gonna do? What's Ronaldo gonna do? I mean, Ronaldo did have a brace his last game. I look forward to seeing what he's gonna do the next game. But sheesh, mm-mm. Rough stuff, bro. Oh boy, but yeah, uh, there's a game going on right now. I don't know if there's gonna be another one later on. Maybe there will be. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, World Cup is always it's always a fun time. It's always a fun time. And I just found out that like the Wimbledon is gonna be getting on soon, and Serena's gonna be back in it at 44. And I think her first match is against a 20-year-old. If she don't school this little girl, woo! I've never rooted for somebody so hard as I've rooted for Serena Williams in tennis. I think Serena, Venus, and Coco Golf. Is there any? Have there been any men that I've rooted for as hard? Nick Kyrgios, because he just annoys the crap out of everybody, and I find that to be hilarious. Um, there are a couple of Americans whose names don't come to mind. I generally gravitate towards Black Americans, but nothing else comes to mind. But yeah, mostly Serena, Venus, and Coco. I be rooting for them, man. I be rooting for them. So yeah, to see that Serena's coming back after what 4 years? Oh my goodness, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. So I will definitely be invested in that. I will definitely be invested in that. That's the one thing I don't collect though, like tennis cards. Oh boy, I wonder if there's. I've seen tennis cards. Mostly hobby boxes are some are linger around like $200 or something like that. I think like Tops does that, and then Tops does what do you call it? Sapphire boxes. They do Tops Chrome for tennis, and they do like sapphire boxes. That stuff never like gets above like $300 $400. And I mean, would you not want a one of one of like Novak Djokovic or Rafael Nadal, like Serena Williams, Coco Gauff, and Naomi Osaka? You wouldn't want like one of ones of those guys. You wouldn't want one of one signed autos of the top tennis players in the world. I mean, come on. Where's the market for that kind of stuff? You know? So I don't know. We'll see. It might be something to get into. It might be something to get into. But ah, yeah. Summertime sports is always like an amazing thing, especially now with the World Cup. You have the World Cup. You have Wimbledon. You know, if you follow baseball, you got baseball. The Mets just fired their skipper, their manager. So that was a thing. Sheesh. Like every there's so much going on in the world of sports. But now that we gotten that out the way, we're gonna move on to our next topic at hand. I want to thank you all for joining me for Articulate After Hours. I really do appreciate it. It's the second show that I've put on, and it's gonna become more and more polished the more that I pour some time into it. Collecting cards is a passion of mine. I call it a hobby, but it's something that I've really gotten into, and the community around it has been really welcoming. It's been really warm. Um, there have been some, dark sides of the hobby aspect that I think that everybody kind of experiences every now and again. But for me, I want to say that it's been something that I've deep dived into. Like I really put 2 feet into it from my first Fanatics Fest, and it's been a great experience since then. So I want to thank the community for bringing me in and for making me feel as though I have a place to belong. I want to say that most people maybe that have like a niche hobby that they're passionate about, that they feel that way. And so this is that thing for me. So thank you guys for that. So speaking of sports cards, uh recently, uh unless you if you collect sports cards, if you haven't been living underneath a rock, you've seen that the sports card market has been influenced by the end of the NBA season. Knicks cards are up. Uh, Wemby cards took a little bit of a hit. It's been an all around thing. It's been an all around thing. And one of the things I get asked about a lot is, what are the cards to hold on to when it comes to sports cards? Yeah, are sports cards a thing that you should definitely, invest in, that you should take your time to to collect, that you should actually put your money into? Are sports cards like the thing that you should hold on to so that they can appreciate and you can sell them later and things like that? Sure, 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 sure. All that good stuff. And it's like, kind of. Like, the answer is like, kind of, Sports cards sports cards operate like the stock market does. And if you remember that scene from Wolf of Wall Street where Matthew McConaughey is like explaining the stock market to Leonardo DiCaprio, and he's like, "We don't have any idea where our stock goes. It can go up, down, this way, that way, sideways. It's fugazi. It's fairy dust. It doesn't exist." The thing about that is that it does kind of exist. It just exists as a word of mouth thing. You have stocks that are influenced and fluctuate by word of mouth, by news cycles. You have stories that come out about companies, and all of a sudden a stock rises, and then you have like negative press and a stock falls, and change in CEO, a stock fluctuates, and blah 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 blah, all that good stuff. The same thing can be said about the sports card market. You have sports cards that depict certain players, and those players, if they do something, then all of a sudden, that stock, that card is gonna be either, it's gonna dip or it's gonna rise. You saw that pretty readily when it came to Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs making their run through the playoffs. And as soon as they reached the finals, all of a sudden, everything Wembanyama was started to skyrocket. All 2023, 2024 pieces of wax, all 2023, 2024 pieces of wax, all that stuff started to skyrocket. I did a video with what was it? It was a Panini Select International box. It was like $219 that I spent on that box. That box right now costs about $450, $500, something along those lines. 2023, 2024. And it's all because of Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs making it to the finals. There was a real chance that Victor Wembanyama could be sitting here, a Finals MVP, a champion in his third year in the league. Like, it would have been crazy. It would have been crazy. And everything that would have had Victor Wembanyama's signature, his name attached to it, his likeness attached to it, would have skyrocketed even more. Instead, we're talking about collecting OG Anunoby cards and Karl Anthony Towns cards and Mikal Bridges cards and Josh Hart cards and Jalen Brunson cards. Which, when you think about that, Jalen Brunson was a rookie the same year that Luka Doncic was a rookie, so all the 2018 wax is already going to be high priced anyway. But you're probably looking for Jalen Brunson cards now more than you're looking for a Luka Doncic card. That's just how it is. So, but the question remains: is it pertinent? Is it prudent to have your investment in sports cards? And the answer is maybe. If a player turns out to be one of the greatest that ever did it, one of the greatest of all times, then sure, definitely. I'd say if you're looking for something now that is still being released, you're looking for your Steph Curry's, your LeBron James, your Tom Brady's, your Shohei's, your Aaron Judges. These are guys who are doing so well, so fantastically, or who have done in the case of Tom Brady, so well, so fantastically in their line of sports that their cards are only going to increase in value. I mean, if a current guy would have to really bottom out for their cards to start to dip. Okay? When it comes to current players, it is very hard to endorse keeping their cards for long periods of time unless you are a collector, unless you're like honest to goodness collecting these cards for your PC. It's very hard to endorse keeping those cards for a long period of time because it's hard to say that it's going to maintain its value. You've seen this with Victor Wembanyama. His cards went up when he was a rookie. His cards went down when he got injured in his second year. His cards went up when he came back from his injury. His cards went up even more when he made it to the playoffs. His cards went up even more when he made it to the finals. His cards went down when he lost the finals. And some of his behavior afterwards did influence that as well. So, I mean, this more of a penny stock situation than a long-term investment plan, right? You sell high, you buy low. It's bull and bear. You make sure that you're riding the wave the way that it's meant to be ridden. People who are collecting Cooper Flag right now, you're riding the wave the way that it's meant to be ridden. That's what you're supposed to do. You want to maximize the amount of money that you're making, then that's how you do that. You ride the hype. The hype is there, you take advantage of it, and you get out while you can. You hold on to something, you take a risk. And if that thing bottoms out, then you experience the floor. But if it starts to appreciate, you experience the ceiling. I I was a part of a break not a part of a break. It was a personal break that I had done for me by the good folks at Steel City Collectibles. They broke a 2023-2024 Panini Donruss Elite International Hobby Box. That was basketball, and they pulled for me a Victor Wembanyama Clear Path International Gold out of 10. It was an acetate card. I got it sent to CGC and came back Gem Mint 10. So, being as that was the case, I sent that off to Golden to auction. And having sent it off to Golden, I think the top bid on that card was just over $1,000. I made $1,000 on that card. I looked that card up recently. Cyril, I know that you're upset with the fact that I sold that card and I didn't hold on to it, but I kind of, Cyril's upset that I didn't hold on to that card. I looked up the card recently. The last sale of it was around $4,000. And that was because of everything I just mentioned. Wemby being in the playoffs and Wemby being in the finals. So, I lost out on a good $3,000. Now, I try to think of it that way. I don't really internalize that kind of stuff. I sold it when I sold it, and that's the long and short of it. It is what it is. It's cool. But it goes to show how much cards can fluctuate over time, right? So when it comes to investing in cards, invest in the greatness that you know. That's what I'll say. Invest in the greatness that you know. Invest in your Michael Jordans and your Wayne Gretzky's and your Tom Brady's and your Patrick Mahomes, even him. You can do that. I don't know if his market is going to drop at any point in time. It's possible it might, but invest in that kind of stuff. You know, um, if you're going to hunt for people that if you're gonna hunt for people that are currently playing, if you're gonna hunt for like modern greatness, as I would call it, then you can do that. Just don't expect the same type of staying power when it comes to those cards appreciating. Never expect anything. Just be vigilant. Be vigilant. Keep yourself in the know when it comes to sports news. Know who's doing what. Know when things are happening. Stuff like that. Just be vigilant. Mm. It's a fugazi. It's like fairy dust. It doesn't exist. It's not real. You can't hold it in your hand. ah, but yeah. Oh boy. But thank you guys again for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Take this opportunity to shout out my sponsor, BCW. BCW, if you are like me and you collect sports cards, then you want to find a way to keep your stuff nice and protected. BCW provides sports cards protection when it comes to penny sleeves, top loaders, magnetic one touches, team bags, the whole kit and caboodle. You can get them from BCW. And in the description of this video, there is a link that you can go to purchase all the things you need for your sports car protection. Use the code ArticulateRips BCW. That is ArticulateRips BCW. It is right there. And you can save yourself 10%. Gives a little kickback to the channel. Helps me, helps you, helps everybody involved. I really do appreciate it. But we're going to keep Articulate After Hours rolling. Oh, boy. I don't know if I really do have a... The next segment is normally a hot take. I don't know if I really do have a hot take for real. This week, I think that like my take is it's not hot. It's pretty average because it has to do with breakers. I don't know. I don't like the idea of breakers having access to certain products that are so you know that are so highfalutin. I There were so many Sapphire products that came out. If you're not familiar with how Tops operates, Tops releases a product like a Tops Chrome basketball, Tops Chrome football, whatever the case is. And generally speaking, there are maybe a couple of iterations of that product. There's Tops Chrome, Tops Cosmic Chrome, blah 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 blah. Like recently, there's Tops Chrome Cactus Jack. But one of the iterations that normally happens is a Sapphire version, which is supposed to be a higher end version of the Tops Chrome product. Tops Chrome Sapphire came out for basketball, football this year for Bowman. And those prices were as you would expect, knowing the prices of the regular Topps Chrome boxes. But you couldn't really find that kind of stuff. You would have to really like search online to find that kind of stuff. You couldn't find that kind of stuff. Like where would it wasn't in card shops. It wasn't anywhere really. You couldn't really find that kind of stuff. You had to get your Sapphire fix through breakers. Breakers were getting the cases. Breakers were, slicing that stuff open. And it was literally breakers who, allowed all of the good hits from those boxes to go out. Sapphire Basketball comes out. It's like, what, within a day or two of its release, you had with some of the top hits being pulled. Sapphire Football comes out, same thing. Some of the top hits being pulled, which sucks. It sucks for me because as a Giants fan, I normally try to look for Giants cards. Having Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbull be you know, some of the sought after hits, it's really difficult. I saw what it was a Jackson Dart auto out of Topps Chrome Football, number to like 499, number to 499, priced at like $500. A an auto number to 499, live auto, mind you, number to 499, priced at $500. Why? 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 Crazy work. Crazy work. And the Sapphire autos would be much more. Sapphire autos would be much more. The Papa Radasha autos were pulled. I want to say maybe his Superfractor autos may have been pulled. I'm not sure. But breakers, they get this. They get these cases. They get the boxes. They sell off the players. They sell off the letters or the teams or whatever the case is. I mean, I'm not advocating for to stop breaking altogether. To be honest with you, I like breakers. I like the idea of being able to pay a fraction of the cost for what it would cost to break a box, and just get a certain type of card, like get a division or a team or whatever the case is. Um, the thing is the allotment, because most of the product is going towards the breakers, and because of that, I feel like the pricing gets out of hand. Because if you are selling a $4,000 box and you're breaking it up into teams, which is fine, divisions, which is okay, might be a little pricey at the end of the day, but cool. Letters, which is okay depending on what we're talking about in terms of sports. Players, which is wild to me. I would never, ever buy into a player break. I would never buy into a player break where you buy one player and you get all that player's cards. The amount of times that I said to myself, okay, I'm breaking something modern. Let me pull a Jackson Dart. Let me pull a Cam Scatterbull. Let me pull an Abdul Carter. I just want Giants cards. That's all I care about, Giants cards. Let me pull a Jalen Brunson. Let me pull a Carl Anthony Towns. Let me pull an OG Anunoby. I just want Knicks cards. That's all I want. And I don't get them. Now imagine paying much more for a full break, and that is the case. Imagine paying $500 for a break, and it's solely for Sapphire boxes, and you're solely looking for Jalen Brunson cards. You're solely looking for Jackson Dart cards, and you don't get one. How are you going to feel after that? How are you going to feel after that? Like, I would be livid. I would be beside myself. I would be upset. I would be so infuriated. Oh my god. Inconsolable. I would be inconsolable. But that's what's going on right now in the hobby. That's what's going on. I know you guys maybe have seen the video of a breaker who shall remain nameless, who was trying to sell a very expensive spot in a break for just one player, and his fan base, his chat, was telling him that that's a little bit too expensive. That's too rich for their blood, and he was saying, no, no, nobody needs to talk about being broke in my chat. Yeah, well, that's what's going on. We broke out in these streets. Your clientele is not the 1%. That's the point. The 1% can just buy the box. I should know. I've dealt with people who just buy the box. They're not buying into breaks. Breaks are not for people who want to just, breaks are not for people who don't have the ability to just buy the box. Breaks are not for people who don't have the ability to just buy the box. Because why not? Why would you just? You can just buy the box and get everything inside the box. Doesn't matter what the team, the division, the player. You can just buy the entire box. You get the memorabilia. You get the auto. You get the inserts. You get everything. Why would you not do that? You know why? Because you can't afford the entire box. Because you don't want everything in the entire box. You just want what you want. And you just want what you can afford. You still want those highfalutin cards. You want the sapphire cards. You want the flawless cards. You want the motif cards or the royalty cards. You want the national treasures cards or the impeccable cards. You want those cards, but you can't pay for the entire box. Okay, then. So buy into the break. That's who these breaks are supposed to be for. So if you come across a break and you see something that's way overpriced, oh yeah. I mean, if it's up to me, you let them know it. I would let them know it because that is not the direction that the hobby should be going in. It's not. It's not. And guaranteed breakers aren't going anywhere. You don't need to inflate your breaks to get to a point where it's like, oh, I can even afford to get a portion of what's inside of a box, a hobby box. Are we serious? And the way things are going now, I mean, you see Topps Chrome Basketball mega boxes are like $200. A mega box where nothing is guaranteed. $200. What? What are we even talking about right now? That is wild sauce. That is craziness. So yeah, if you're part of a break, you see some random, buy your player break and they're like, oh, well, this is only gonna be blah 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 blah. Don't worry, you don't have to talk about being broke. Yeah, no, talk about it. Talk about it. Let them know. Let them know about it. Okay? Sheesh. Anyhow, that's my take. That's my take on that. I let me know if you agree with me. If you think that breakers are doing too much sometimes, if they are the bane of the existence of the hobby that you and I thoroughly enjoy. Yeah, let me know because holy snacks. You know what? I've had aspirations to be a breaker. I would want to create like affordable breaks that people can get into, even if it's like all retail and maybe one hobby box and a break. It's the idea is to create an environment that's fun. Like that's the thing. The hobby is supposed to be a fun place. You rip cards, you see what you get, you have fun, you pull a big hit, you're excited about it. Like that's the thing. We have a lot of money hunting individuals who just want to pull the top hits, who have these like exaggerated reactions. People that are breakers that are like taking off their shirts, they're jumping into garbage cans and all this kind of nonsense. It's just like, oh my goodness. Like sometimes that kind of stuff can be tiring. It's absurd. It's absurd. So, but hey, you know, obviously, if you're a part of the hobby, you know about the conspiracy that some of these breakers get loaded boxes so that they can have those reactions. I'm not that guy. I get all my stuff from a store, so I can't get anything loaded at all, right? But anyhow, that's my hot take. Oh boy. That's my hot take. Oh god. And now, let's get into the portion of the evening that a lot of you are here for. And the portion that I think is going to be the new, I think it's going to be the new thing because I always wanted to have a rip portion of my streams, but it's going to take on a certain theme. And that is going to be I'm chasing a one of one. I would never pulled a one of one before in my life. I want to pull a one of one. And what I'm choosing to do that from is our Bowman Megas. So, in that sense, I have here Bowman Mega Basketball. I ripped this last week. I've been ripping a lot of Bowman Mega I've been ripping a lot of Bowman Mega Basketball, and I will continue to rip it because I think this product is actually really good. But before I do that, there is something else that I am going to rip. I have here a Bowman Blaster, a Signature Class Blaster, and a Signature Class Mega Box. This is a birthday gift that I received super late. My birthday was June 1st. It's a belated birthday gift that I received super late. But if you remember, during the Knicks playoff run, I was live streaming at the time, and I had a birthday gift that I received from a friend of mine named Jada. It was a what was it? It was a blaster of. It was a couple blasters of Panini Select Football, and those are blasters that she chose, and I was supposed to shout her out if I got something from it. Well, I didn't get anything from it, and I shouted her out because those were some of the worst blasters I ever pulled. Thank you, Jada. This is from Renee, another friend of mine from over 20 years. She sent me these boxes, and this I now am going to say, if I pull nothing from these boxes, then that's on you, Renee. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna save the mega for later, and we're gonna do all the signature class together. We're gonna get into the Bowman Blaster. We're gonna get into the Bowman Blaster. We're gonna see what's going on in here. Have I ever ripped the Bowman Blaster before? I don't think I've ever ripped the Bowman Blaster before. I've just stuck with the Megas. The Megas are the ones that have the one of one chases. The Bowman Blasters are kind of just a smaller version of the hobbies without any of the guarantees. So we'll see. We'll see what this is like. I'm actually kind of excited now. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs, 10 cards in a pack. Let's see what we have here. I'm really excited now. I just got instantly excited. Mikal Bridges. Okay, we're off to a good start. I see an insert and I see a chrome. I see 2 chromes actually. Mikal Bridges, Brooks Barnheiser, Stephon Castle, Nolan Trayor, James Harden, Nathan Mint on the talent tracker. He just went in the draft a couple days ago. John Tanji, Chase Ross, Kara Dunn, and Ortega Owe. All right. Now, mind you, nothing is guaranteed in this. We're not guaranteed an auto. We're not guaranteed anything. But I don't even think... I don't know how the numbered cards work out of the blasters. But I guess we're about to see, right? All right. Noah Penda, Klay Thompson, Danny Wolf, Will Riley, LeBron James, Haley Swain. This parallel is like exclusive to... Is it exclusive? I want to say it's exclusive to the to retail formats. I only see it in retail. But yeah, Stephon Castle, Tania Latson, Ortega Owe, and Nate Kalmisi. All right. 2 down, 4 to go. Come here. I think we have a die cut right here. DeMar DeRozan, Nick Clifford, Devin Booker, Adu Thiero, John Morant. You have a rookie of the favorites. Okay. Kasparis Jakunas, Peyton Pritchard, Nate Kalmisi, Milos Uzan, and Milos Uzan again on the Chrome. Now, I want you to realize how many times we get multiples of cards and we don't get certain players. I've seen that. And it bothers me a little bit sometimes. All right, here we go. Colin Murray Bowles, Scoot Henderson, Con Knipple. Oh, Con Knipple. The Hornets are yours now, buddy. After seeing LaMelo Ball get traded, the Hornets are yours. De'Aaron Fox, who needs to be gone from the... Oh, my goodness. We have an auto. Kayleen Schmeichel. First Bowman auto. Oh, my goodness. With the number 2 inscription. Oh, look at that. We got an auto out of a blaster. Noah Penda. I got Makir, Michael Rataj, and I got Makir again. We got a black... Did we get 2? No, it wasn't. We got an auto. We got an auto out of a blaster. That is crazy work. Okay. We're going to put you right here. You are a unicorn, Kayleen. You are a unicorn. All right. Well, Renee, your packs are looking up already. Let's see what we got here. Another insert. All right. We got Nas, Reed, Cam, Thomas, Jaden Ivey, Jason Tatum, RJ Barrett, Rockstar rookies of Dylan Harper, Javon Small, Shelton Henderson, and Cole Pete, and Michael Rataj. And now we have one more pack to go. All right. Well, I mean, it's already better. Sorry, Jada. It's already better than what it was that Jada did, because we got an auto. You have another one of these retail exclusive parallels. Let's see what it is. Scotty Barnes, Mark Williams, Asar Thompson, Grady Dick, Andrew Wiggins, A.J. Johnson, Klay Thompson, Grace Knox, Ace Flag, and Sheldon Henderson. All right. Well, nothing numbered, 2 retail exclusive parallels, and a Kayleen Schmeichel auto. Okay. All right. So far, this belated birthday present is doing something. Now we're gonna roll right into signature class for football. This is a blaster. Again, nothing is guaranteed. So we will see if we have the same amount of luck as we just did. I gotta throw this garbage away. As we just did from that Bowman blaster. Let's see here. I don't know. I might have to end up, apologizing, because this is actually pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 packs, 7 cards a pack. Let's get into it. I don't know. I thought this was pretty thick at first, but it doesn't look like it. All right, here we go. And what the deals with these. These are all paper cards as well with some acetate. Trey McBride, Jameer Gibbs, Quentin Johnson, Saquon Barkley, Paramount pairings, Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin, Lad McConkey, and Jack Sawyer. Now, this one we're looking for autos. I still think that there should be one auto in every box. It's called signature class. Like, there should be signatures. You have a Chrome back there. Okay. Tony Pollard. David Njoku. Tyreek Hill. Cheetah. Josh Connerly Jr. 20 out of 225. Rookie auto. He's a lineman, offensive lineman. You know what? It's another auto out of a blaster. It's another auto out of a blaster. In session, Tyler Warren. What was this? Carson Schlesinger and Jonah Savanea. 2 blasters, 2 autos. I am about due to apologize. This is something. All right. Well, Ricky Pearsall, Brees Hall, Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers. Ooh, Trevor Lawrence Sunday Showcase. Jack Beck and Jaden Blue. I don't even know what to say right now. This is better than what I could have hoped. I mean, they are random autos, but better than what I could have hoped for. Trevor Lawrence, Rome Odunze, Michael Penix Jr., Brock Purdy, Lad McConkey, Jonathan Taylor, and Michael Williams. So interesting. Cyril, I know. I'm almost done, buddy. Don't worry, I'm almost done. Somebody's like bouncing a basketball in the hallway, which is annoying. And it's literally setting my dog up. Cyril? Cyril? You okay, buddy? You alright? They're not coming for us, buddy. Okay? They're not coming for us, buddy. I really feel like Cyril is like, he was like a Black Panther in a past life. And he always thinks that somebody's coming for us. Let's see. All right, calm down. Sauce Gardner. Devontae Adams. DJ Moore. Marvin Harrison Jr. Ooh. Class action of Dylan Gabriel. Winning starts here. Stephon Diggs. And who's this? Gray Zabel. One thing about signature class, you have rookies that you never heard of before. Never heard of these guys before. All right. And last but not least, let's see what we got here. George Kittle, Geno Smith, Cooper Kupp. You have a numbered Ariante Irsay. It's another lineman to 275. Okay. Class icons. Roquan Smith. First round 8 pick. Okay. Jackson Hawes. And Colston Loveland. Okay. Some interesting inserts. But, I mean, we got an auto. We got an auto. So, I mean, so far we're 2 for 2. Two blasters, two autos. Uh, Kalen Schmeichel, okay, and Josh Connerly Jr., okay. There are two autos. All right. Now for this guy, signature class, Megabox. 10 packs, 8 cards per pack. Still not guaranteed anything. But the way that we've been going right now, I mean, I like to believe that karma is stockpiled. And so if you stockpile enough karma, and this box is beat to shit, Jesus. If you stockpile enough karma, that good things will happen. Good things will happen for you. So I'm looking forward to the goodness that comes out of this box and the Boba Megas that are coming out soon. So let's get into it. Let's see what we got here. All right, got a Chrome in the back. We have Sam Darnold, Puka Nacua, Bo Nix, Myles Garrett, Josh Allen, Landon Jackson, Jordan Addison, and Alfred Collins. Okay. I am looking forward to seeing like the next couple of sets that come out for football and basketball. The more sets that come out, the more the older sets are like kind of like, you know, diluted and died down, and then the prices become a little bit more affordable. Garrett Wilson, Scary Terry, Chuba Hubbard, George Pickens, Lad McConkey, DK Metcalf, Caden Prescorn, okay, and Trey Harris. Again, some of these guys are going to be people that I have no idea who they are. There are a lot of deep cut rookies. We'll see if they happen to do with anything in the future. Okay. Travis Etienne Jr., Michael Pittman, Brace Young, Bijan Robinson, Daniel Jones, Sunday Showcase of Bo Nix, pretty cool. Whoa. It's like a color match of Patrick Mahomes. That's pretty dope. I like that card. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. I'm going to put that to the side. That's pretty dope. I like that card. And Kyle Williams. I mean, it would be dope. It would be even more dope if it had an auto attached to it. But that's a dope looking card. That red and the black. My goodness. Speaking of Bryce Young. The NFL top 100 list is like slowly trickling out. I want to know who you think is going to be number one. Who's going to be number one on that list? Chris Olave, Justin Herbert, Jonathan Taylor, Joe Burrow, the pick, Matthew Stafford, last year's MVP. Not bad. Class icons, Travis Hunter, first round, second pick. Not bad. Shamar Stewart and Caden Pearson. Notice I have not called, not once, anybody from the Giants. Had one Malik Neighbors, but that was it. Haven't called anybody from the Giants. Brian Thomas. Jalen Waddle, TJ Watt, Mike Evans, Caleb Williams backwards. Not an auto. It is numbered to 275. Okay. Numbered Caleb Williams 275. In session, Saquon Barkley. I got a little scared just now. Ashton Genty. and Phil Malfa. I got a little scared just now. All right. I was like, that's a backwards card. That's a backwards card. All right, here we go. Cole Kmet, Nico Collins, Jordan Addison, Devonta Smith, Zach Ertz, Xavier Legette, Devonta Smith again, and Shador Sanders. The one thing about these cards, I mean, it is traditional paper, and I think, like, you know, there's a nostalgic aspect to having paper cards. But for some reason, people, well, not for some reason, people really have gravitated towards chromium cards. And yeah, I mean, I don't blame them. They do look much better. But the fact that those things bend so crazy. You ever seen like a chrome box that you've opened after like a while of it being sealed, and those cards are just bent? Even the new ones, like a box that'll be a year old and it's bent. Oh my goodness. Anyhow, Kyler Murray, Javonte Williams, Marvin Mims, Joe Mixon, AJ Brown, who's no longer an Eagle, Drake London, Tyler Booker, and Shamar Stewart. All right. 3 packs left of this mega box. All right. Calvin Ridley, Drake May, Ayo, Xavier Worthy, Josh Jacobs, C.D. Lamb, Derrick Henry, King Henry, Brashad Smith, and Jaden Higgins. All right, 2 cards left, 2 packs left. If we're going to get an auto, it's going to be here. We did get a numbered Kalen Williams, and, you know, again, not guaranteed anything out of retail, so that's always pretty decent. Stephon Diggs, DK Metcalf, Bucky Irving, excuse me, I was Bryce Young, Bucky Irving, Jalen Warren, Matthew Stafford, Paramount pairings of JSN and Sam Darnold, Super Bowl champions right there, Darren Porter, and Jalen Milroe. Last pack. Let's see if we get something. Let's see. Devon Achane, DeAndre Hopkins, Aiden Hutchinson, Tua Tagovailoa, another Caleb Williams, Luke Lachey. Okay. Not bad. Zach Ertz and Chris Paul Jr. All right. So we got one numbered. I mean, so far, I want to say that these boxes didn't do bad. Didn't do terribly. All right, Renee. You did good for yourself. I don't think she went to a sports card store. She got these boxes off of Amazon. So, you know what? Shout out to Amazon. That was pretty solid for some retail stuff. You got a numbered Caleb Williams. You got that colored match, Patrick Mahomes. That's actually pretty dope. You got the Kalen Schmeichel auto, and you got that lineman, that Washington Commanders lineman auto. So there you go. Now we have Bowman Megas. We have 2 Bowman Megas. We're going to get into these right now. Still searching for Rose Gold 1 of 1s. That is the hunt. That is what we want. We want Rose Gold 1 of 1s. I am hoping and praying that today is the day. I want to see a Rose Gold 1 of 1. out of these boxes. Out of one of these boxes. Just give me one. I just want one. Is that too much to ask for? All the cards that can come in these boxes to just get one? Why there's so much air in these cards, in these packs? Anyhow, let's get started. All right, as you know, there are the Mojo parallels here. Nothing is guaranteed. Let's be. Well, let me move this stack of cards over here to this side. There we go. All right, Dalton Connect, Nikola Jokic, Devin McLaughlin, Jeremiah Wilkinson, Mojo Chase Ross, Mojo Kyle Kuzma, and Kobe Sanders. All right. Off to a very tepid start for this box. Okay. Yeah. Jalen Williams, Micah Peavy, Koa Pete, Grace Knox, Isaiah Dennis, Jalen Johnson, James Harden. I want to say that I think I only ever got the one auto that was last week. So hopefully something else is bound to happen in one of these boxes. Trey Murphy, Tyrese Proctor, Ace Flag, Kalen Carroll, Davion Hanna, Bradley Beal, and Will Riley. I would be really upset though if we got nothing out of these boxes. I'd be super upset. I'd be like, we have the insert, the Mojo insert here. Gershon Yabusele. Sorry, Gershon. Like, I know, you were on the Knicks and then you weren't on the Knicks. It would have been nice to get you a championship. Tyrese Maxey. Winters Grady. Leah Macy. Kaysen Wallace. Isaiah Dennis on the Mega Prospects. And a Dude Thero. Sorry, buddy. All right, 2 more packs. Should be 2 numbered in this. Should be 2 numbered in this. Or maybe a numbered and an auto? Oh, we'll see. Dyson Daniels. Josh Giddey. Cam Ward. Ayla McDowell. Derek Dixon. Kaman Maluak. And LeBron James. Okay, so normally when I've ripped these, I've gotten 2 numbered. I have yet to see anything numbered. So there's got to be a number in here or an insert that's crazy. Okay, so we have some color here. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave that to last. We got John Morant right here. Jared Allen. Damian Lillard. Brandon Garrison. Bryson Tiller. Cedric Coward. And who do we have here? This is going to be... It's not a rookie. That looks like Jeremy Sohan here. Yep. Jeremy Sohan. Who is now a champion with the Knicks. 57 out of 250. So we got 1 numbered card out of that box. All right. I'm hoping that means that this box is going to be that much better. Because that first box was stinky poo-poo. Stinky poo-poo. All I want is 1 rose gold 1 of 1. Just, can we do that? Can we do that for me, please? 1 rose gold 1 of 1. That's all I want. All I want is 1 rose gold 1 of 1. Is it in this box? Let's find out. Let's find out. All right. There is numbered, and it's a rookie for the Grizzlies. Okay. So, Andrew Wiggins, Klay Thompson, Danny Wolf, Donald Hand Jr., Isaiah Dennis, Scotty Barnes, and to 275, Javon Small. Okay. So we're already off to a good start here. Let's see if we can keep the train rolling. We have another colored here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Pascal Siakam, DeMar DeRozan, Nick Clifford, Davion Hanna, Derek Dixon, Kristaps Porzingis. That looks like a Klay Thompson. No, Pacers to 199. Tyrese Halliburton to 199. Okay. All right, Tyrese. Hope you come back in good health, brother. I know that that you were out for the entirety of the last season. I really do hope that you come back in good health, man. Okay. I think I'm just going to take the base card from the end and just put it at the front now. Michael Porter Jr., Devin Booker, Colin Murray Boyles, Jalen Lowe, Mikael Brown Jr., JT Toppin. Is he like the brother of like Obi? And Mark Williams. A lot of Toppins. A lot of Toppin names in basketball now. All right. We have Tyler Hero, Scoot Henderson, Khan Knippel, Nate Ament went early in the last draft, Sean Abayev, Sebastian Wilkes, and Donovan Mitchell. All right, 2 packs left. Unless there is like a third parallel or an auto in here, I don't think we're going to get anything else. So, I mean, that would be kind of greedy, but as far as I've known from Mega Boxes, you get two numbered. Donovan Clingan, Nas Reed, Cam Thomas, Trey Kaufman-Renn, Darian Williams, Asar Thompson, and Mega Rookies of Derek Queen. I wonder if those, I'm pretty sure those can come in parallels as well. Last pack here. All right, let's see what we got. And as I thought, yeah. As I thought, yeah. All right, Anthony Black, Jaden Ivey, Scotty Barnes, Laura Somfai, Devin McLaughlin, Haley Swain, and Jonathan Kuminga. Okay. So, here we are at the end of all things. I gotta say, okay. The belated birthday gifts yielded more than the Bowman Megas. The belated birthday gifts yielded more than the Bowman Megas. I mean, the Tyrese Halliburton to 199, Javon Small to 275, Jeremy Sohan to 250. I mean, the Patrick Mahomes color match, the numbered Caleb Williams, the Kalen Schmeichel, and the Josh Connolly Jr. Autos. Okay. The belated birthday gifts did the thing. All right. Well, I mean, I'm a big man. I admit when a thing is a thing. And this is a thing. So thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, that I tip my hat. I tip my hat. I tip my hat. Uh, all right. Well, now we've reached the end portion. It's our last call. I do appreciate everybody for dropping by, for being a part of the show. Once again, as I mentioned earlier, it's gonna get a lot more polished. I have some ideas as to how to, make the show a little bit more um, chat friendly and things of that nature. Of course, we're going to be going through our rips again, and I'll be still searching for a Rose Gold 1 of 1. So hopefully, you guys stay tuned for that. And yeah, I did, last thing to update, I did get a little bit of an upgrade for my computer. It's a little expansion port that I will be taking a lot of my creative stuff and putting it on so that I can free up some space and make a lot more content for you guys, make some more videos, things of that nature. So uh thank you guys for joining me. I really do appreciate it. My name is Articulate. This has been the Articulate Rips channel, and you've been watching Articulate After Hours. Yeah, enjoy your weekends, enjoy your lives, enjoy the people around you, and don't take advantage of the goodness in life. Just be in the moment, be present, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Most likely it'll be next Friday. If unless there's something else that happens, I'll let you guys know on social media. But follow me on Instagram, on I'm on Twitter, X, whatever, on Facebook. Follow me there, and you can see all the updates as they come out. But yeah, until next time, guys. Arrivederci.